Hey everybody, it's Brad at Deere Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2011 Gehl DL1240H Telescopic Forklift that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions. I'll get up close to everything, I'll show you everything that I see, talk about anything that I know. Then of course we'll fire it up, we'll run it through its paces. We'll let you hear the engine. We'll shoot the boom out. Bring it back in, lift the boom up. Show you the forks, tilt the frame. Drive it around. As always, if you are in the market for a used forklift, a used piece of construction equipment, or a used piece of ag equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. Sorry in advance if the audio is off a little bit. It is a little breezy out here today. Like I said, this one is a 2011 Gehl DL1240 cab with heat. It's got the 72-inch fork frame with 72-inch forks. It's got a mechanical coupler, 12,000 pound max lift capacity, 40-foot max reach. This one is powered by the John Deere pre-emissions diesel engine. It's got 4,144 hours. So here in a little bit, like I said, we will crank it up. We'll shoot the boom out. We'll kind of run it through its paces. For now, I'm just going to get up close to everything, show you everything that I see. Kind of get up close to it here and show you this yellow paint. Of course, it is 14 years old, and this Gehl yellow paint always kind of tends to fade. So you'll see it's definitely got a little bit of a faded, chalky look, but everything is pretty darn straight. Just your typical scuffs and scratches. Up here, nothing out of the ordinary there. That front axle on this side, everything looks good here. Does have a front fender on this side. We'll show you later on that side, that fender is missing. Does have the front fender though on this side. Looking at the front tire on this side, we're down to probably the last 5–10% tread depth there. I think I'm being very fair there. I mean, it's not, these tires aren't the greatest. Looking at that front rim on this side though, that rim is fine, nothing out of the ordinary there. Looking at the side of the frame up here, everything looks good up in front of the cab. This sheet metal here looks good. We'll take a little closer look at the cab and everything later, but all this sheet metal up here looks really good. Nothing out of the ordinary here, nice and straight down here. Back side of the cab, everything looks really good there. This gray is actually still fairly bright. The yellow, like I said, is somewhat faded, but the gray you can see is very reflective and still very bright. Does have the fender on the rear on this side. Again, rear tire on this side matches up pretty much the same as the front. Tread depth is not very deep here, as you can see there. Looking at that rear rim on this side, again, everything looks pretty well normal there. Rear axle looks good. Frame tilt cylinder looks good. This back corner back here, nice and straight. Nothing out of the ordinary back here. Nothing looks like it's been cracked or welded. Nothing looks like it's been banged into. Nice and straight here. This back door is nice and straight. Just typical. There are some scuffs and scratches back here on that back, but no huge dents or dings there. Everything in here looks pretty good. Down the bottom side, everything looks good there. Coming around to this rear corner here, again, same thing here on this rear corner. Everything looks pretty good. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Down the side of the boom, everything looks really good. Rear axle looks good here. Does have the rear fender on this side. It's really just that front right fender that's missing. Everything looks good there. Tread depth on this tire is matches up to the other two that we've already looked at. That fender's pretty decent there. And taking a look here, that rim on this side, everything looks fine there. Looking at the engine enclosure, the shield here, it is fiberglass, and you'll see some spots here where that fiberglass has got some cracks in it and getting wore thin. A couple spots right here, there. A couple spots here where it's scuffed up pretty good. Cracked here and here. Got a crack right here in that fiberglass. The top portion is fairly good though. And here, that sheet metal down below that holds engine, that basically that engine bay, everything's really good there. And like I said earlier, side of the boom, everything looks good there. Side of the frame up here in the front looks good. Back side of that front axle on this side looks good. Like I said, just missing the fender on this side. This tire matches up well to the other three, excuse me, that we've already looked at. Not a lot of life left there in the tread depth. Front rim on this side looks good. Again, nothing that I'm seeing up here that looks like it's been cracked or welded or anything. Just have a heavy duty lift hook here. Fork frames are nice and straight. Nothing out of the ordinary with those. Like I said, it is the 72-inch fork frames, nice and wide there. 72-inch forks as well. Nothing that looks abnormal here. We'll go over here and take a look underneath the engine enclosure and take a good look at this pre-emissions John Deere diesel engine. As you'll see under here, other than a little bit of dust and dirt, very dry. Again, pre-emissions John Deere diesel engine. I say within a used machine. I'm sure if you go over with a fine-tooth comb, there's going to be a seep or something somewhere, but as you'll see here, this engine looks nice and dry. I don't see any oil or diesel or antifreeze running anywhere here. Looks just pretty darn good underneath here. Fins all look really good in there on the radiator. Underneath side of this hood, you'll see this crack here. You can actually see on the bottom side. The rest of those you really can't notice on the bottom side. That shock's holding the door up. We'll go take a look at the cab. Door looks good. All the glass is good. I don't see any cracks or spider webbing in that glass. It does have the protector here in the front windshield. And then here where you climb in, pretty decent. It's got a little bit of water in it from us climbing in and out. We've already done the operational video, and as you can see, it is a muddy, slushy, icy mess out here on our lot. Looking at the seat, that bottom seat cushion looks good. No cuts or tears there. Same thing with that backrest. I don't see any cuts or tears there. Armrest is starting to flake off there in the front. Controls for the forks and the boom and everything, good shape. Toggle switches are good. All these functions work like they're supposed to. Your frame tilt fork button works like it's supposed to. A lot of these other buttons, it was getting hard probably for you to be able to see the actual decals on them. So there's a little label maker. They print it out and put stuff on them. Park rake works like it's supposed to. The brakes are nice and strong. $4,144 hours. Hour meter does work like it's supposed to. It does have the three-way steering. All the ways of the steering work. We'll show you that in the operational video as well. Forward reverse lever, also a power shift. That all seems to work good. Transmission seems nice and strong. Steering wheel's in good shape. Nothing in here looks busted up really. Pretty honest 14-year-old forklift. All right, like I said, this one's a 2011 Gehl DL1240, 4,144 hours. Lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll get that door shut. We'll fire it up and get right into an operational video.